All right. Yeah. Rundown. It is March 24th, Tuesday. It is brought to you again by friends at High Noon. So, what kind do you have there? Pineapple? I have the black cherry. I had the watermelon yesterday. The flavors are pineapple, black cherry, watermelon, and Barstool fan favorite, grapefruit. I don't like grapefruit. So is that?
I like the black cherry. I'm going to rank it. I've had all of them now. 1 black cherry, 2 watermelon, 3 pineapple, 4 grapefruit.
And when I say fan, I just don't like the fruit. I don't like grapefruit. It's a hard seltzer made with real vodka, real juice, sparkling water, actually made with vodka and not malt like other hard seltzers. Not in the beer category, people. Only 100 categories, gluten-free, no sugar added. Right now I'm getting delivered to my home through Drizzly. You can too. We included the link in the bio to the episode, so order now. Real vodka, real juice for fans just like us. It's High Noon somewhere. Let's give the black. So I've only had the watermelon.
Great can, too. Just a great can.
And I told you, when I saw the can, I wanted to invest in it.
I'm even looking at the pineapple right now. The pineapple is fucking, that's cool.
I get that tattoo.
Like an emoji.
I like watermelon more than black cherry, but I like black cherry. Okay. So there's something I was going to say. Oh, first of all, don't ever be late again, either of you, because, Michelangelo small talks.
Yeah, I know he does. I talked to him yesterday. He was telling me about you guys were like 10 minutes late yesterday. Yesterday, he was telling me how he was kicking a soccer ball around with his friends in Williamsburg.
My Skype doesn't ring anymore, so I never know when the call starts. You guys got to let me know, otherwise it's going to be Michelangelo all day.
Your hair looks like Dracula, Kevin.
I'm not going to get a haircut for weeks.
Fleischman won't come do house calls?
I don't know. Is that allowed?
Wait, that hair now looks like I know what that hair for a second looked like that guy. What is that? I don't know.
You look like Jimmy Neutron. Johnny Bravo.
Yeah. Michelangelo, he's like, hey, how about that weather today?
At least the weather's better today.
It's like, I literally, before you guys are on, I said, so we're just going to small talk? And he's like, I don't have to. It's like, I don't know. It's like, usually the new guys don't small talk. By the way, did you see the freak out I had today on somebody?
Who?
Oh. So we're doing this, day trader show that goes into serious. So they did the same thing they did when I was with you, Dan. I think the guys turn down your gain or something. And I changed it, and then they can't hear me. It breaks the whole thing. And I lost my mind. I forgot the day trader thing was still streaming. So it's all on tape of me going nuts on this guy who I don't even know who he is. His name is Ethan. And he literally said to me, I guess it's day one, serious. He's just filling in. He goes, I'll put you back on if you're nice.
What? I like it.
Yeah, so that was something. The video's out there, Michelangelo, if you put that in.
Hello? Fucking idiots. Hello? Will someone talk? Who is on the other line who was talking in my ear?
Tom, do you think a stock like Starbucks now trading?
What do you mean nice? Who's the guy who was talking in my ear? He said he put me on if I was nice. What does that mean? He's like, put me on if you're nice. I was losing my mind.
All right. Kim Kardashian.
I have not seen you this passionate about anything in a long time.
We have nothing going on in the world. Nothing. And I was in bed.
Actually this fired up.
No, I hate her.
Kim Kardashian again, that fucking rat. Just took to Twitter. He's like, oh, I can't believe fucking Taylor Swift dragged me into this mess in the middle of fucking a pandemic. Shut up. Shut up, you rat. I don't even know why I'm so mad about this, but she's a fucking rat. I already went over this.
I hate everything about this. I can't fake that type of hatred. The thing, it's all her fault. This is an entire Kim Kardashian, Kanye production framing Taylor Swift is nothing here. And even when she didn't say anything for 2 days after the video, it's everyone's asking me about that. It's exactly what I said the whole time. Donate instead. It was the perfect response. And then Kardashian comes out of nowhere being like, of course you do this in this pandemic. It's infuriating. She's an infuriating person worthy of death.
Especially when she's like, I know nobody wants to hear about this. This is so silly. It's get the fuck out of here. That's what you say when you don't want anyone to talk about you.
It was the worst. She's like, I didn't edit that. I just took parts of it and snipped it together on my Snap. It's like, hey, idiot, that's editing. I don't know why it gets me so mad. It really, it's people like that get me mad because nobody's ever going to like tell her to her face, like, you were wrong. That's what drives me crazy. She's in her bubble being like, oh, I got her. And that drives me nuts.
But
They're
she knows.
playing you. They're playing you, Dave.
Are they?
Dave, they're playing you. This is obscene. I can't believe that this is like, I think it's maybe because you're trading so much, but you don't really see this. What did they just tweet? I quote tweeted. Who is ready for season 18 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Yeah,
it premieres on a new day this Thursday at 8/7 Central.
So
Is that just a coincidence?
So you think they released the video?
Yes. Dave, these are the people that made these are the people. No, these are the people that made their money off of releasing Kim Kardashian getting cum on her back.
Right, but
like they will go as low as possible to make a buck.
You're being the same people who say that everything we do is scripted.
No, but they actually are scripted. Like they are scripted.
I will say this.
That's what they say about us.
No.
Yeah, but Dan brings up a point. We don't release stuff generally to make ourselves look like the worst humans in the world.
Hello?
Hello, want someone to talk? Fucking idiots.
Like,
Yes.
she'll let herself, the mother will let the daughter get cum in her eyeball to make $1. And this is making her look like, but who else had the tape when you think about it?
They will shame their brother and make him fly back from Paris in the middle of a wedding because he's too fat just so they can get ratings on their show. They are ruthless. They are the worst people in the world. Like, this is reality television personified. I just don't trust anything they do. And it just, when I saw that tweet that they were doing it this week, the new show premieres this week, come on.
So I don't disagree, and maybe I'm playing, but it makes me hate them more. Like, there's nothing you can do to bother them, which makes them untouchable.
That's why I like them, though, because they just win.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
they are
why,
shameless.
Shameless. Yeah, there's nothing. Literally, there's nothing they can do that they'd ever be ashamed or that's it. That's what drives me crazy.
I'd rather be that though than like halfway shameful. Like, go the full distance and become bajillionaires because then at least you're rich at the end of the day.
That's fine, but and like maybe that's the genius of why they're like the best wrestlers, because they do that, but there's no acknowledgement of being the bad guy.
They don't break kayfabe, man. It's they just stay in character all the time.
Like, they are actually geniuses. They are marketing geniuses because they've figured out a way to tap into, like, the American psyche and basically take advantage of the fact that we get angry about these things. But I'm not saying getting angry is wrong because, like, I get angry at reality television show all the time. I watch wrestling. Like, your anger, Dave, is totally justified. You just got to remember at the end of the day, they are getting the reaction they want.
Right, but the difference being, I do not believe Taylor Swift is in on it. So they just like drag somebody who's innocent and ruin their life. Right. Yes. So that's it's not like everyone's in this together. They're not. That's why they are essentially murderers.
Yes, they're awful human beings. Awful human beings. And again, I think people who watch it and are invested in it, I would never look down on them because I'm invested in stupid things all the time. Like being invested in sports, being invested in reality television. It's all kind of the same. It's just sometimes you have to take a step back and be like, I'm getting played, but I'm okay with getting played because it's also entertainment.
Right, but the only caveat I'm saying, it's not like when you watch The Bachelor or a show like they're taking somebody who's not in their show and ruining them for their benefit. That's a difference. Like they don't care about the collateral damage. If you're walking down the street, they'll just murder you, take all your money, and be like, we didn't get caught, so good for us.
If Kris Jenner wants you to be a part of the cast, you are. You just get roped into their show. You can't stop.
Dan nailed it. Like she put his daughter out. He said, "Hey, let this guy come in your fucking face, and I'm going to release the video."
That was the starting point too. That wasn't even like the like we have reached a level where we need to pull out the porn. That was how they started it. It's crazy. And think about the fact that like the whole like OJ thing and their lust for fame in the early 90s. This is in their DNA. Kris Jenner's a genius, but she's an evil genius.
Right, but and all I'm saying, there is a degree of difference between being a genius and playing somebody in The Bachelor and reality shows, that everyone is in the same realm. But when you affect, that's why I get so mad. It's like you can't separate. It's one thing if they're just sticking in their world. They're not. They're
right.
That's what drives me insane.
Yes,
but I know what they're getting away with. I think if I don't know why Taylor Swift doesn't sue her and put her behind bars, and God knows, let the people have at her. But
then, Dave, they always win because guess what? They would love for Taylor Swift to sue them. They would make so many fucking episodes out of it.
Then someone just has to whack them. Someone just has to whack them.
This is a lot how it is for you. It's like when you lose, you win.
Right.
Like, right. A lot of people feel that like zillion beers, you were wrong, but you make a bunch of money. Like you always win too.
But I don't go drag people not in our world into our world.
That's the difference.
Yes.
But in our world, you have that same effect.
I saw you say I was like the fucking. What did you say?
You are.
Dude, did you read the blog? There's like 20 parallels. It's crazy.
Dave, when I've watched 3 now.
Oh, me being the Tiger King?
Yeah, I've watched 3, but the second episode when they're like, he would just basically walk around town just picking up like the homeless people and being like, you want a life? That's literally what you've done with Barstool.
He finds young boys who are wayward souls and brings them into the zoo. I mean, that's Hank, that's Frankie, that's Tommy. It's just new young boys every year that you just bring into the zoo.
I love animals.
And you love animals, yeah.
I do. I listened to Brady at the press conference today. It was all on. I was waiting for Steve Che. Pretty basic. I will say it felt so authentic in Brady. Like he answered every question thoughtfully. New England reporters called and tried to get him to trash the Patriots. So like Bob Kraft said, if it was up to him, you would have stayed. And if you wanted to stay, you would have made it happen. Every answer was perfect. And I honestly am more comfortable with it. It's basically like 2 great decades, and our ships ran. Obviously, the story came out a week ago, that the Garoppolo Brady rift never was repaired. And to be honest, I totally believe that. That makes like 100% sense to me. And I have no problem on either side. That's what Belichick has done forever, and what he continues to do. And Brady's Brady, so I'm pretty at peace with everything. Neither of you guys heard it. There was nothing revolutionary, but it was just Brady being Brady. I will say,
the
Bucs are going to be fucked because of Corona. They're going to lose a year, basically.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because they're not going to have a normal time to get him with the offense.
But he's being Brady, he's probably going to fly everyone on the offense to like Montana, put them in isolation for 14 days, and then practice with them.
100%. He almost hinted at that because he's like, he did.
Yeah, I know. I'm not shocked.
He kept saying, I don't know when we'll be able to get him at the facility, but I'm excited to meet with him somewhere.
Right. Like Guerrero will probably have a vaccine to coronavirus. It's not really a vaccine, but he'll be like, hey, we'll do this and we'll get everyone on the same side.
I will say the Tampa Bay Bucks Twitter account, basically tweeting out the TB12 method was a little bit weird.
But we have one body, and we're going to do the best we can to take care of it. I'm with you guys. You got my support, and I know we're going to get through this together.
Well, that's the thing. That's part of this deal. Is I bet you Guerrero's on staff. I bet you he 100%. Gets he's with them all the time. He's probably training all these guys. He probably gets to promote everything. Dave, the one question I have for you, with everything you just said, do you think Seth Wickersham deserves an apology? Because that guy got dragged, and he turned out to be exactly right.
He's the guy who said there was
he had the whole
dispute.
Story about Kraft and Belichick and Brady, but then you guys won the Super Bowl, so it was like, who cares? But everything he said was actually right.
Fine. Sorry, Steph. Why are you guys so delayed? What's happening?
You keep cutting out for me.
What's going on?
I don't know, but that was very funny. That was a very funny apology.
Fine. Sorry, Steph.
Gave it some thought.
You really thought about it?
The Olympics. You guys, are like, I don't know what's going on. It was like a weird delay. Olympic postponed. At first, I thought they were canceled. So what did they postpone? A year?
Yeah, 1 year.
Can you guys not hear me?
No, you're
so
just
that's
like
not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. You're cutting in and out.
Maybe my Wi-Fi was going down. I'll move.
There, that's better.
All right.
It's not that big of a deal, except for the people who like bought apartments. You know how they have the Olympic Village? They then make it apartments. Like if you bought an apartment, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. And I guess, other than that, I thought it was a bigger deal. At first, I thought it was canceled, which would be, even though I'm not an Olympic guy, I would have felt bad for them in that case. But and then this other one, I got the push-up challenge. This is the stupidest challenge I think I've ever seen. And obviously, Paul Kolzinski's in the middle of it. It's the most him thing ever. Like, I've kind of seen it. And I saw Kevin Hayes doing 10 push-ups.
I just saw a pro athlete. I'm not going to name his name because he's a friend of mine. But I saw Kevin Hayes do 10 push-ups and challenge like 10 other athletes to do push-ups. I'm not going to mention their names either because like Bryce Harper. He was challenged by a permanently hatted man, a guy who never takes his hat off, Paul Kolzinski, who would eat a challenge like this up. But what are we fucking talking about? I hope a fucking pro athlete can do 10 push-ups.
I mean, I challenged my teammates and like Bryce Harper, thanks for challenging me, Paul Kolzinski. And it's like everything I hate about everything. It's like, first of all, like why is a pro athlete doing 10 push-ups?
It's crazy. It's so stupid. I did the count to 5 challenge, and I actually had some people like take it seriously because I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like we're not.
I did a count to 3.
Yeah, I did count to 5 on. Did you get Topanga to do it?
Topanga did your count to 5?
Yep.
I was
Roan was the linchpin there. I challenged Roan and he got Topanga.
I've taken a picture with Topanga. That's a famous photo. And I was on Hot Girls with Douchebags, and I called me a potato.
Okay, but I got Topanga to do my challenge.
You remember that picture? Hot Chicks with Douchebags?
No.
We did a party. We did a party at McFadden's in Boston. And she was the host, and I was just wearing a brown shirt, and they just put douchebags and just said potato next to it. Are we delayed again?
Yeah, a little bit, but the challenges are so stupid. I do love though. Blind Mike challenged Stephen Shea, and Stephen Shea was like, "Well, I have to do it." I think you can get Stephen Shea to do any challenge.
Stephen Shea. I was thinking about trying to do which I thought. And by the way, some idiots like, how's that any different than the Ice Bucket Challenge? Like, well, the Ice Bucket Challenge raised $1 gazillion for ALS. Maybe that's how it's different. I was thinking that like a 1-bite challenge thing where you have to order a pizza, but I don't know. I was trying to work it out because that would actually kind of help for like pizza places that are closed. Like take a picture of yourself eating, but I don't know. I thought about that last night. Maybe I'll do it. Last one. And this isn't on.
I think you have you have one more ad.
I kind of like now how this is cutting in and out because everyone's like, oh, do the rundown like old school. It's like, yeah, well, half the time you can't hear anybody. So don't complain about that now if half of this doesn't come out.
Kardashian-esque too. They like that. They're like, oh, yeah. All right.
I haven't been able to hear either of you for the last 5 minutes. It's terrible.
I just wanted to give a shout out. You guys may already know the story. I didn't, and I talked to Chaps about it. There was the E360 on Rocky Bleier yesterday. Have you guys seen his fucking story, the old Pittsburgh Steelers running back?
Rocky Bleier?
Yeah, he won 4 Super Bowls with the Steelers. It was him and Franco Harris. Played football at Notre Dame. Very famous guy. I didn't realize this. Rocky Bleier, late-round draft pick from Notre Dame. For some reason, fell through the cracks and still got drafted into the Army for Vietnam, which is rare for a pro athlete. He's like, well, I got to go. Went to Vietnam, got shot in the leg in an ambush. 4 of his guys died, took shrapnel in his leg. Took him 5 years of rehab to get back. Art Rooney just kept him on the team because he felt bad. And then he became like an all-pro and one of the greatest Steelers ever. I don't know how everyone does not know the story. It's amazing. That's how I felt. Like, how the fuck don't I know this? So he is going to be on Zero Blog 30.
Awesome.
But
That's
unbelievable
crazy.
story.
I'm looking at it right now. It's nuts.
Unbelievable. Like the fact that wasn't like automatic when I heard his name was like, I don't know how I didn't know his story. He went back to Vietnam in the E360 where they got ambushed and his guys died. He passed out in the E360.
Really?
Yeah, he passed out and they had to put like Tom Rinaldi had to like put ice on his head.
Holy shit.
It's insane.
Dude, this is crazy. He won
Purple Heart.
4 Super Bowls? Damn,
Yep.
4 Super Bowls and a Purple Heart?
Cover of Sports Illustrated, catching like touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. It's like crazy. It's just an insane story. I can't believe there hasn't been a movie on it.
The first Super Bowl win, he basically was their featured back.
Yeah, no, he's like the real deal. It was him and Franco Harris, like equal.
Yeah, he had 12 or 1,100 yards for the first Super Bowl year. Damn.
It's crazy. Shot in the leg, shrapnel, the whole works. And he was like a late round draft pick to begin with. That wasn't like he was almost the last like guy picked in the draft. It's just an insane story that like I know who Rocky Bleier is. I just didn't know any of the backstory, which was fucking crazy. So
that's nuts. Hey, who you guys think the Patriots gonna have as the quarterback this year?
I couldn't hear. I Stitham. What?
I asked him
Dan asked
who
who the best quarterback was. All right. I gotta go finish out the market. I'm up 300 and something grand today. Big day on the market.
Good luck.